Hey guys, what's going on? Herm Doe back with you. Hope you're having a good Monday. We're going to get into Red Wings contract talk. We're going to talk about the good contracts and the bad contracts. Let's start with the good contracts. There's three contracts I want to talk about, plus one contract that's kind of riding the line between good and bad, but we'll get into that. Let's start off with the top three. Moritz Seider's cap hit is 8.55 AAV through 2030, 2031. Seider's role and performance outpaced his price tag at just 24. He blogs top minutes, quarterback, special teams, and anchors both ends of the ice. Comparable veteran defensemen carry similar or higher AAVs, making this a highly team-friendly deal as the cap increases. That was a great deal signed by Yzerman for the long-term stuff to get guys here for 7-8 years, guys with this high of a ceiling, especially Moritz Seider, we're going to talk about next, but these are going to be great value signings over the next 2-3 years. When you see guys like Moritz Seider and Lucas Raymond, guys who are comparable to them, those top-line wingers, those top-pairing defensemen making 12, 13 AAV, you know, you're going to thank Yzerman for that. But anyways, Lucas Raymond, the next guy I want to talk about, cap hit, 8.075 AAV through 2031-32. Raymond skipped the bridge and locked in a long-term deal at present value. At age 22, he's on trajectory for high-end scoring. 25-30 goals, 60-plus points, and offers upside at low-cost framework. So, yeah, I think that's underestimating Raymond. He just had an 80-point season, his highest point season ever, pretty much a point-a-game player. For a guy like that, those guys are rare. They do not grow on trees, and you got to lock those guys up long-term. He's only 22. Very exciting to see where he's going to go next. So, I mean, Lucas Raymond is one to watch. He's going to be the guy you turn Wings games on for. Now, Patrick Kane, the next guy, cap hit $4 million for a one-year contract, expires this year. He's a veteran staple with manageable short-term cost. If he regains form, this becomes a net positive, both on ice and in mentorship. A guy like Kane, his knowledge, his experience is invaluable to have. It's crazy thinking about how many years I trashed the guy for being on the Blackhawks, but he's here. He's looking good on the line with DeBrincat. They're reworking some of that Chicago magic from a few years ago. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the guy. As he's got to get you 50, 60 points a year. Can he keep the production, especially after his surgery, and considering his age? I'm not sure, but he's still a very dangerous forward, even if he doesn't play defense. But let's move on to JT Compher. And that's more of an honorable mention this time. Now, JT Compher, as we know, in 2023, he had 48 points, very good production, but his output dropped to just 32 points last year. Overall, he's a solid all-around second-line center if he sustains previous production. He can be a guy kind of anchors the center down the middle, competing with, Marco Kasper in the middle six. But he's a defensive reliability, makes us an A- deal, but still, he had a pretty big drop-off, almost a 16-point drop-off, not absolutely devastating, but that's still pretty noticeable. He had average possession numbers, makes him one of the worst cap investments in Detroit's current lineup. I think that's a pretty bad, if JT Compher, I'll give him one more chance. Compher, I'll carry a caveat with him. I'll give him one more chance. I think that he could possibly regain form with some of the guys we're bringing up. We'll see how he plays well on this team and how he pencils in. But yeah, right now, JT Compher really, really needs to step up his game. Otherwise, that contract is going to be an absolute albatross. Justin Hull, cap hit $3.4 million AAV through 2026. A permanent bench resident, having played only 37 of possible games in 23-24, yet still counting full cap. Analytics list him among the worst contracts in 24-25. Buyouts are even rumored. Why didn't Yzerman buy him out? You pretty much traded Jake Wallman for a bag of pucks, but Justin Hull is still here. I don't understand it, but that's not as bad as this next contract. Andrew Kopp, 5.75 to 6.25 million. I believe that's with incentives. That's AAV right there. He's signed with an expectation to be a second-line center. Hasn't repeated his 52-point season in 2024-2025. He posted only 23 points pre-injury with below-average possession stats in his zone matchups. Low return on investment for the cap. That's probably the Red Wings' worst contract right there. And he was the centerpiece of that offseason a few years ago. But yeah, the times have definitely changed. He has not performed well. And Ben Sherratt, the thing that comes to me with Ben Sherratt, his metrics aren't god awful, but he's clearly overpaid. He's the most overpaid guy on the team, considering what he is. He's basically just a depth bruiser. He's not a core penalty killer. He's not a top 4 options. The fans are pissed off at him. Analysts don't like him. But these contracts are really weighing the Wings down. But I know they're pretty much going to be over with. I think Hull, Kopp, and Sherratt are going to be gone after next season, it's a good thing. And then in the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to see the value in these high-end contracts. We got to get Simon Edvinsson signed long-term as well. He looks like he could be the next one, especially, with Axel Sandin Pellikka coming up. More of these Wings draft picks, more of the guys that Yzerman picked over the last 3-4 years are going to be in the rotation. We're going to get good value for these guys. They're young. We got them on the rookie deals. Yzerman, if he's smart, if he's flexible, he can lock these guys up long-term at good value. We can get these shitty contracts off the books and kind of take that next step forward as a Wings team. And hopefully, we can do some development here. But, the homegrown extension, like Raymond and Sider, like I said before, it's a testament to Yzerman's drafting and cap discipline. It's, the foundational players like that. And the Kane deal, low risk, high reward. The mid-tier free agent deals are bad. But we also, keep in mind, we also have the Justin Advocator buyout. We're still paying him $1.06 million this upcoming season. So we'll see where this... I can't believe we're still paying that asshole. That's funny. It reminds me of the Franzen deal. But yeah, we're still seeing this. Hopefully, things will start turning around. Looks like we're going to be waiting till like the late 2020s to get any kind of motion on this Wings team. But things seem to be trending okay. I like the cap situation so far. Every team has there's always 1 or 2 bad signings in every single NHL team, even the good ones. So I don't think I want to read too much into it. I don't think it's that much of a really damage. I don't think it's too much of a black eye to Yzerman, honestly, overall, for what this team is, how it's constituted. But that's all I got for you guys for right now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to Detroit Fan Forum. Just subscribe to my personal channel right there. We're talking about all sorts of fun stuff on my channel. We just talk about whatever comes across my mind. But this time I'm talking about sports. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Be safe, be cool, and I will talk to you guys later.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.